My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube station. I'm short, quick, I get in and get out. I worked at IRS for 10 years. I've worked thousands of cases. I've been in private tax defense for 41 years. Why should you listen to me? Well, I work for IRS and I know everything that IRS is going to do, and that's what I'm going to instruct you and tell you on. I've been on all the major news stations. Been on Fox twice, ABC, NBC, CBS, Newsnation, Newsmax. Just go to my website at 777irs.com. It may be up here somewhere, and you can see at least some of my interviews. If you owe IRS debt, as a former IRS agent, what is IRS going to do and how are they going to handle your case? Whether your case is at the service center or your case comes down to the local office, IRS has to have something to work with the closure case. And so there's a pillar that they use. All these cases is built on a financial statement. You can get them, download them, you can see what they look like. A 433F. If your case is at the service center, that means you call the 1-800 number. Or if it's in a local office, the revenue officer is going to want a 433A or a B, depending if it's a business or personal. You can download them, take a look. IRS has to make a determination on your case based on that financial statement. So IRS has you fill it out. They want a copy of your checks and your expenses, and they want you to prove what's on that financial statement. They'll prove your income by looking at bank statements, copy of your pay stub, and they're going to, if you have a business, they're going to want to know what your expenses are for that, and then what they're going to do once they have that financial statement at any level. They're going to do one of three things. They're either going to put you into a currently non-collectible, which means you can't pay the debt now, or a payment agreement based on those numbers, or an offer and compromise to settle your debt. But before you go running out saying, I'm going to do this and that, you better know how IRS is going to look at that financial statement. This is the big aha that everyone gets. IRS is going to allow your expenses that you think. What do you mean by that? Good question. IRS is going to say, hey, we are only going to allow certain amount of expenses you have, and you know what? You can find them what IRS is allowed, and you better, because when you find out what IRS is going to give you, you're probably going to wind up with a huge payment agreement. A lot of people do. They don't allow like credit card debt. So if you want to know what IRS is going to allow, Google the IRS national standards, and they have them for different categories. But the main categories are food and clothing, housing and utilities, car payments, and car expenses. They're going to take yours out and substitute yours in, and then they're going to say, hey, you got money left over, that's what we're going to allow, pay us. So before you get in that wreck, by the way, if you have nothing, I tell people all the time, if you don't have nothing, you're just getting enough to get by, you don't need anybody. Just call IRS, let them know you're going through a hardship. You prove it. Hey, here's the bills I'm behind. Prove it. But if you owe any serious money and owe a bag to IRS, a bag of cash, give me a call. I can go ahead and help remedy the situation and make sure you get the best of the best of the best of the worst situation. I always tell you the truth. Give me a subscription if you would. I don't think there's anyone who knows more information than me. Anyway, go ahead and call me if you want. I always answer my own phone. I'm available for representation. Subscriptions are really big. Thank you so much.